Good morning. I think we're live. So, welcome to day number 2 and excuse number 2 of the things our jewelry is tired of us telling it. When we leave our poor jewelry in the jewelry box because, let's see, yesterday we talked about, well, I just work from home, nobody sees me. And today we're going to talk about, and this came from Stephanie Rule, so shout out to you, Stephanie. You're going to be getting a gift in the mail from me. I thought this was so cute and so funny. I don't want to look too bougie. And so I hope you get to see this, even if you don't see it live. If you catch it on the replay, comment #replay. That goes for all of you. Hey, Judy. Hey, Lisa. If y'all would tell me hi in the comments, that would be awesome. So I can see if the comments are going to work today. They have been doing better. So hopefully Facebook is fixing whatever is up with it. But if it doesn't work today, then I'll have to go back on what I just said. So, first of all, let's talk about what is bougie. So for me, this word kind of cracks me up because I'm just going to tell you a quick story. Not this past Christmas, but 2 Christmases ago, Dylan, maybe 3 Christmases ago. I can't remember. He wanted a velvet bedspread for his room because this bachelor that he knows, he goes and they hang out at his house, and he has a room. He's very into decorating, and Dylan was like, his guest bedroom is so bougie. I'm like, what in the world is bougie? But that's what he wanted. He wanted a velvet bedspread, and he wanted his room to be bougie. And I'm like, I had to hear him say it multiple times in multiple sentences to finally kind of put together, like you learn in English class with the sentence of what exactly that meant. But today, I decided to Google it. And if you guys are commenting, it's not showing up. Oh, silly Facebook. So anyways, I looked up the definition. What is bougie? Aspiring to be a higher class than one is, derived from the bourgeois, meaning middle to upper class, traditionally despised by the communists. So in modern day English, someone who is bougie is creating an air of wealth or upper class status, whether it's true or not. So as I was reading that, I was like, I guess, yeah, we don't want to look like we're trying to be all hoity-toity or whatever negative words you want to put with that. But as I was reading this, I'm also thinking that it just means you want to look nice. So I started thinking, well, why not? Did you know that when people meet you, they automatically make countless assumptions about you in the first 2 minutes? You know that people say you can't get a second first impression, something like that. But oftentimes in the first 2 minutes they meet you, they make assumptions about your financial status, about your upbringing, about your education, about your belief system, so many things. So I get that you may not want to wear a fur coat and dripping with diamonds to a barbecue. Maybe you do. That's okay. But it is good to add a few accessories, even when you're dressed super casual. So today I've just got on my She Is Fearfully and Wonderfully Made t-shirt that my friend Angie with Just Dandy Designs made for me. And I've got on the Moana earrings, the slate necklace, which, y'all, slate hasn't been in our catalog for 2 catalogs. So when this sells out, it's going to be gone. And this is one of my favorite just casual throw and go necklaces. Everybody needs some throw and go jewelry. Everybody needs pieces that go with everything. And hey, Brandy, look, it's popping up. Hey, Jackie. I know Jackie says that it's hard for her because she's got little kids at home. I remember those days. Keep commenting, girls, because usually if I talk long enough, the comments will start to show up and then I can get caught up on what y'all are saying. But anyways, everybody needs throw and go jewelry that you can wear with anything. And so slate is one of those, and Moana, definitely one of these. I started with these in one color and now I have them in every color because they just go with everything. But anyways, what do accessories do for you? So let's go back. Let's rewind just for a second. I know a lot of you have known me only while I've been the jewelry lady. But when I signed up to sell jewelry with my former company, I was in my early 20s. I did not wear jewelry. I was a stay-at-home mom. I wore cotton t-shirts, cotton shorts, hair in a ponytail, makeup on Sundays maybe. Hey, Stephanie, I think I saw your face up there for just a second, so I hope you're watching this because this all came from you. But I kind of felt that feeling, like what Stephanie says, don't want to look too bougie, even though bougie I don't even think was a word back then. This was like 19 years ago. But I got into a jewelry company where women were wearing like big statement necklaces, and I went from wearing no jewelry, and women were wearing like 3, 5, 7 bracelets, and it was a struggle for me to wear like 2 bracelets. If I got all the way to 3, I was like, oh my gosh, that is just too much. So I understand that feeling. But at the same time, I started putting on a necklace with my solid black t-shirt with something really simple. And if Sharon, my friend Sharon, her last name, get this, Bourgeois, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but it's just so fitting for today. And I'm going to quote her here in a minute. But she knew me before I started selling jewelry, and I would go to church. I had this chocolate brown dress that I'd gotten from Walmart on the clearance rack for like $12. Because, y'all, when I started selling jewelry, I was poor. We lived in a tiny little, like, 800 square foot house. I was a young mom. I did not have a lot of money. So when I started wearing jewelry, I got so many more compliments. I would go to church in that dress, and at first I wore the same necklace all the time because I only knew like 2 things that matched. But I would go to church, and the ladies would be like, oh my gosh, Carolyn, you look so nice. Is that a new outfit or something? And it would be the same dress I had worn over and over and over. And I was getting compliments. Even my husband at the time, Mike, I remember going out to breakfast with him one morning. I had this black V-neck t-shirt on. I owned like 2 solid colored shirts. I owned a pink and a black. And I had this black V-neck t-shirt. I mean, you probably could have picked this t-shirt up from Walmart. I'm sure, I know mine came from a garage sale because that's where all my clothes came from back then. But I threw on this little floral sparkly necklace with matching earrings and a matching bracelet. And we were going to breakfast, and he goes, wow, you look really nice today. And Mike, he's my late husband. He's in heaven. Don't think I'm talking bad about him. He was not always the most forthcoming with compliments. He was normally like the type of person that would be like, babe, your butt looks kind of big in those jeans. I bought a beautiful dress once from a store, and I came home and I tried it on, and he said it just made my hips look big. So I returned it. He hated it. So he was not the most forthcoming with compliments. But when I wore this black t-shirt and this jewelry, and he told me how nice I looked, I was like, wow, like this stuff really works. So you don't have to be bougie to wear jewelry. It just shows that you care a little bit about yourself. It helps give you confidence. I made some notes today, but I'm all over the place. I'm good at making notes, but I'm not always good at using them. So let's talk about what accessories do for you, because that was me back then. Young, stay-at-home mom. I had no confidence in my style. And I always looked at other women that looked so pulled together, and I thought, gosh, I wish I could have that look. And I thought, so remember when we talked about those assumptions? I thought that because they looked pulled together, that they were wealthy, or that they had infinite clothes in their closet, that they had all name brand clothes, that they were just born with style. I mean, I made all of these assumptions about them because they looked put together. Well, here I am entering into the style world, and I'm wearing my solid colored shirt or my solid dress, and I throw on a necklace and some earrings, and people started complimenting me. One, it boosted my mood big time. Also, I would look in the mirror, and I could look at how I looked, and I could tell, even without the compliments, I could tell that I looked better. So it boosted my mood, which, I mean, seriously, in today's society with all the mental health stuff and all of the nastiness on social media, we could all use a mood booster, right? I'm thinking yes. 2 is it gave me confidence, because the more that people complimented me, the more I felt, okay, like I'm starting to look like a grown-up. Because there I was, I think I was 20, let's see, I was 22 when Dylan was born. So I was 23 when I started selling jewelry, when I became an accessory stylist. And so it boosted my confidence, made me feel more comfortable talking in front of people. I became the worship leader at our church, which I'm not saying that like jewelry made me a worship leader, but the combination of feeling like I had some personal style and then talking in front of people both helped me in both arenas. Being a worship leader and being a stylist helped me in both places. And they also say, jewelry says, when you wear accessories, it shows that you care about yourself. It shows that you care about yourself enough to put in that extra. Seriously, girls, it's like 30 seconds to throw on a necklace, earrings, and a bracelet. You don't have to have a stack of bracelets like I do. You could throw on one bracelet. But we're going to talk about that in a minute too. You don't even have to branch all the way into bracelets and rings at first. So how can you wear your jewelry without looking too bougie? Elizabeth Taylor and Lisa Harris. I think it's Elizabeth Taylor. I could be wrong. But Lisa Harrison, she was my pastor's wife. I don't know how many years ago. I think they left the church 10 years ago, 11 years ago, and they were there for 4 years before that. Anyways, she always dressed amazingly. Even if she was in like a velour jogging suit and a graphic t-shirt like this, she'd have on like a long pearl necklace with a great big pendant, some big earrings, fabulous bracelets. And I would look at her and I'd be like, oh my goodness. And this is after I had been a stylist for years. Because for me, I thought, jewelry went with dressing up. And I might wear, I don't know. I don't even know that I would have worn a necklace with a t-shirt like this back then. But she did. And I always admired her style. And she would tell me, I can't remember, and I think it was Elizabeth Taylor, but she would say, put on all your accessories, pile it on, put on everything you think you should wear, and then before you leave the house, take one thing off. So if you have on a stack of bracelets here and a watch with a stack of bracelets here and 4 necklaces and earrings, maybe take a look and take one thing off. I'm just going to tell you, I ignore that rule because, but maybe it will help you. For me, I started off as a minimalist with jewelry. So everything that I wear has been a progression to work up to. So I don't feel like I'm at the point where I need to take something else off. I'm kind of like looking, when I compare myself to other jewelry ladies, I'm like, maybe I should add one more piece still. But that is something that you could do to maybe help you feel like you're not overdoing it. Number 2 is slowly stretch your comfort zone. I get that a lot of my girls, a lot of my friends here in my VIP group don't wear a ton of jewelry. A lot of you do wear a ton of jewelry, and a lot of you could put me to shame with your style. But if you're new to wearing jewelry, don't try to put on 5 necklaces, 10 bracelets, 3 rings. Start small. So here's just a little blue t-shirt that I have, and I put our nautical necklace on it from our summer collection. Anyone could do this. Throw on some simple earrings like my Moana earrings, or you could even get the little bitty Rue earrings. Start really small and basic, and then you're not going to feel like you're going over the top. If I take you from 0 to 100 and you buy the big giant jewelry and then you try to wear that, you may feel a little out of place. But just wait. Give it time. Because when you start small and you start getting compliments, there's a good chance you'll be like I was. And you'll be like, oh, well now, since I got so many compliments on that one necklace, maybe I should try that layered look that Carolyn's always talking about. And you could add like your Rue necklace to your nautical necklace and have that cute layered look. Or maybe you'll get to the point where you think, oh, well, if I got compliments on that little bitty simple plain silver necklace, maybe you could do something with some abalone shell in it, like our, what is this called? Nixon. This is actually a Brighton inspired piece. But you start small and then you grow into it. If you're more into gold, here's a same little t-shirt, yellow, and I threw on our Brindley necklace. Super simple. Anybody could wear Brindley and not feel like you're over the top. But after you start getting more comfortable and maybe you're going to an occasion that's a little fancier and you want to do up your wardrobe a little bit, but you don't want to go buy new clothes, then you could add our, our Tula necklace and stack that in there and have that layered look and have a bold look. But you may not go from wearing no jewelry to all of this. So that is one of my big tips, is slowly stretch yourself. Start with one bracelet. Maybe at first you don't even wear bracelets. You just wear necklaces and earrings because they are your most important piece. It's what keeps the focus up here. But then start with one bracelet, then add two, let it grow. My number 3 is wear it with casual clothes. Don't just wear it when you're dressed up, because if you only wear jewelry when you're dressed up, then you're going to be like I used to be, and you're going to think that's just for dressy. But the style that I seriously coveted the most, and I know covet may be a bad word, admired, was that super casual, comfy style that still looked so stinking cute. So, I oftentimes show this little denim vest. I love the look that is so casual, like this t-shirt and this denim vest with jewelry. And it's so simple. It's casual, but with some glam. And that will just help you kind of grow into your style. As you get compliments, your confidence will grow. You'll start to accessorize more. As it begins to become more your style, you will not feel like you're pretending. Bougie, from my understanding of this definition, is pretending. It's pretending to be more than you are. And if wearing jewelry just means you care about yourself and your personal style and you like to express that, that is not pretending. That's being you. And you may not go, like I said, straight to the Tula necklace, but if you start with something simple like slate and you enjoy the way it makes you feel, then you're not pretending. And here is where I get to quote my friend Sharon Bourgeois, who lives in Louisiana. She said on this same post, she said, because I was asking for excuses that you tell your jewelry. She says, it's not appropriate for the day, event, season, etc. But you know what I learned? The same thing applies to jewelry that applies to clothes. If I want to wear it and I put it on because it brings me joy, it automatically becomes appropriate. Funny how that works. And I just love that. I love that quote because it is so true. Dress for you. Dress to make you happy. Dress to give yourself confidence. And then you're not being bougie. You're just being you. And some things you can do. You can follow fashion influencers. I don't know who any of them are because I work in an industry where we're kind of like all fashion influencers. So hang out here in my group and I'll share tips because I am a pretty casual dresser. But when I dress up, I know how to accessorize that too. The other thing you can do, just saying, you could become a stylist in Park Lane with me because that's the best way to learn something. I see Terry's face. She just popped on. And I see Terica's face. They're both stylists on my team. And one of the best ways to learn how to develop your personal style is to surround yourself with it. And when you're a stylist with Park Lane, we have access to fashion training and layered looks and ways to stack your bracelets. And you get to kind of stretch yourself in a space where you're also earning income from it. And the thing that has been the biggest blessing for me, it's because if you were here at the beginning of this video, you're probably like, oh my gosh, she's still talking, first of all. But at the beginning, I shared my story of how I got started. I was in my early 20s, we were poor, and I didn't have any fashion confidence. Well, as my fashion confidence grew and I felt more comfortable in my own skin and with my own style, I have gotten to help countless women over the years be able to do the same thing. And I have gotten to watch them blossom. I wish I had put down Jennifer McCluskey's quote too, because she put something about how she hasn't worn jewelry for decades, but she's recently started wearing it again and how much fun she's having and how much better it makes her feel about herself. And I get to do that for other people. And if you ever wanted to give this a try, it would help stretch your personal style, but you would also get to do that for other people too. And you get to help them get free and half-price jewelry, which is so fun. So anyways, thanks for joining me today on day number 2 of the excuses your jewelry is tired of hearing from you. It doesn't want to sit in your jewelry box and collect dust. It wants to be worn. It wants to be seen. I know it really has no feelings. This is just to be funny. But you will enjoy it more if you will wear it. You will feel better. You will have more confidence. And seriously, let's not waste the stuff you have. Use it. Take advantage of it. And share pictures here in this group, because that is one thing this group loves to see. We love to see your outfits and how you style your jewelry, because it gives us ideas of ways to style our jewelry and our outfits. So I hope you all have a great Tuesday. It is Tuesday, right? Yes. Yes. And my shirt, can you guys read that? She is fearfully and wonderfully made. You are. And God made you in his image. And there's no reason you have to dress, what would the word be? Less than? It is okay for you to care about your appearance and to put on some jewelry and to feel good about how you look, because God made you and you are special. So thanks for joining me today.